Imagine this for a moment, just one vitamin, taken at night before bed, that helps you sleep deeper, wake up with more energy, and support male potency and vigor even after 50. No dangerous drugs. No instant gimmicks. Just real, science-backed support that most men either ignore completely or take at the wrong time. If you're over 50, you've probably noticed the changes. Sleep isn't what it used to be. You fall asleep late, wake up in the middle of the night, or wake up tired even after 7 or 8 hours in bed. During the day, energy feels lower. Focus isn't as sharp, and when it comes to intimacy, the body doesn't always respond the way it once did. Most men are told, this is just aging, but science tells a much deeper story. The truth is, after 50, several critical systems in a man's body start slowing down quietly. Testosterone levels decline gradually. The nervous system becomes more sensitive to stress. Blood vessels lose some flexibility. And perhaps most importantly, deep restorative sleep becomes shorter and lighter. When deep sleep suffers, everything connected to male vitality suffers with it. Here's something most men don't realize. Potency is not just a bedroom issue. It's a reflection of your nervous system, hormone balance, blood flow, and sleep quality. Poor sleep means poor hormonal recovery. A stressed nervous system weakens arousal signals. Hormonal imbalance reduces stamina, confidence, and drive. Fix the foundation, and many of these problems begin to improve naturally. Now this is where one specific vitamin enters the picture. A vitamin often dismissed as something only for bones or general health. But when used correctly, at the right time of day, it becomes a powerful ally for men over 50, especially when taken at night. The first major role of this vitamin is calming the brain. As men age, the nervous system tends to stay in a constant low-level alert mode. Even when you lie down, the mind keeps running. This makes sleep shallow and fragmented. This vitamin supports GABA activity in the brain, which is responsible for signaling relaxation. In simple terms, it tells your nervous system, it's safe to rest now. That's why men who take it at night often report falling asleep faster and staying asleep longer. And deep sleep is not just about rest. During deep sleep, the body releases the hormones responsible for repair and recovery, including testosterone-supporting hormones. Muscles rebuild, blood vessels recover. The nervous system resets. This is why men who sleep deeply often wake up with more natural morning energy and stronger physical readiness. The second powerful benefit of this vitamin is circulation support. Healthy potency depends heavily on proper blood flow. This vitamin helps relax the smooth muscles surrounding blood vessels, improving circulation throughout the body. When blood flow improves, response becomes more reliable and natural without the need for stimulants. Many men notice that consistency improves once circulation and relaxation are addressed together. The third and most overlooked benefit is hormonal balance. This vitamin does not artificially spike testosterone like a drug. Instead, it creates the right internal environment for testosterone to work properly. It helps reduce excess stress hormones like cortisol. When cortisol stays high, testosterone struggles to function. By calming stress pathways, this vitamin quietly protects male hormonal health over time. Here's where most men make a critical mistake. They take this vitamin in the morning, or randomly during the day, or only once in a while. But research and clinical experience suggest its greatest benefits come when it's taken at night, just before bed. That's when the body naturally shifts into repair mode, and this vitamin amplifies that process. And no, this isn't an instant performance drug. It doesn't force anything unnaturally. Instead, it works with your biology, night after night, supporting deeper sleep, calmer nerves, healthier blood flow, and stronger hormonal recovery. Over time, these changes compound. The vitamin we're talking about is magnesium, but not just any magnesium, and not taken just anyway. Different forms of magnesium behave very differently in the body, and choosing the wrong one can mean missing most of the benefits. As men age, magnesium deficiency becomes surprisingly common. Stress, medications, poor absorption, and modern diets all drain magnesium levels. Low magnesium is strongly linked to poor sleep quality, muscle tension, anxiety, low energy, and reduced testosterone activity. Many men are deficient without ever realizing it. At night, magnesium plays a unique role. It relaxes the nervous system, reduces muscle tightness, supports healthy heart rhythm, and prepares the body for deep sleep. This is why men who restore magnesium levels often notice not just better sleep, but better mornings, better workouts, and better confidence. But here's an important detail. Magnesium oxide, the cheap form found in many supplements, is poorly absorbed. It mostly works as a laxative and does very little for sleep or potency. Forms like magnesium glycinate or magnesium threonate are much better absorbed and far more effective for calming the nervous system and supporting deep sleep. Magnesium glycinate, in particular, binds magnesium to glycine, an amino acid known for its calming effects. Together, they create a powerful signal for relaxation and recovery. Taken 30 to 60 minutes before bed, this form supports sleep depth without making you feel drugged or groggy. Men who use magnesium consistently at night often report fewer nighttime awakenings, deeper sleep cycles, and more stable energy during the day. Over time, this improved sleep quality supports healthier testosterone rhythms, which are naturally produced at night. And here's something fascinating. Testosterone production follows a circadian rhythm. When sleep is disrupted, testosterone output drops. When sleep is deep and consistent, hormone production improves. Magnesium helps protect that rhythm by stabilizing sleep architecture. Another benefit many men notice is reduced nighttime anxiety and racing thoughts. Magnesium helps regulate the stress response by calming overactive nerve signals. This mental calmness is essential for both sleep quality and sexual responsiveness. A relaxed nervous system responds better than a tense one. Over weeks, not days, magnesium begins to show its true value. You may notice stronger morning energy, better physical recovery, improved mood, and a more reliable intimate response. These changes are subtle at first, but they build steadily. Of course, magnesium is not a miracle cure on its own. It works best when paired with basic habits like consistent sleep timing, reduce late-night screen exposure, and adequate protein intake. But as a foundational support, it's one of the most underrated tools for men over 50. In the next part, we'll talk about the exact dosage, safety considerations, who should be cautious, and how to stack this vitamin with simple lifestyle adjustments for even better results without medications or extreme interventions. Now let's talk about how to use this vitamin correctly, because dosage, timing, and form make all the difference, especially for men over 50. For most men, the effective nightly dose of magnesium falls between 200 and 400 milligrams of elemental magnesium. This doesn't mean the total capsule weight, but the actual magnesium content listed on the label. Starting on the lower end is smart, especially if you're new to magnesium. Your body needs time to adjust, and consistency matters far more than taking a high dose once in a while. The ideal timing is about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. This allows magnesium to begin calming the nervous system right as your body prepares for sleep. Some men notice relaxation within days, while others feel the deeper benefits after 1 to 2 weeks of consistent use. This is normal. Magnesium works by restoring balance, not forcing an instant reaction. One important rule: avoid taking magnesium with a heavy meal late at night. A light snack is fine, but a large meal can interfere with absorption and delay its calming effect. Water is enough for most people. Now let's address safety, because that matters especially in a health-focused conversation. Magnesium is generally very safe for healthy adults, but men with kidney disease or severe heart conditions should always speak with a doctor before supplementing. Healthy kidneys regulate magnesium levels efficiently, but impaired kidneys may struggle with excess intake. If magnesium causes loose stools, that's a sign the dose is too high or the form isn't right for you. This is most common with magnesium oxide or citrate. Switching to magnesium glycinate usually solves the problem immediately. Now here's where things get interesting. Magnesium doesn't work alone in the body. It interacts with other systems, and when those systems are supported properly, the results are stronger and more noticeable. One of magnesium's closest partners is vitamin D. Vitamin D helps regulate testosterone and supports overall hormone signaling. But without enough magnesium, vitamin D remains inactive in the body. In simple terms, magnesium turns on vitamin D. Many men take vitamin D regularly but never feel the full benefit because magnesium levels are low. Another partner is zinc. Zinc is critical for male hormone production and sexual health. Magnesium helps zinc function more efficiently by supporting cellular uptake and enzyme activity. This doesn't mean you need high doses of zinc at night, but ensuring adequate zinc through diet or modest supplementation supports the same recovery pathways magnesium enhances during sleep. Protein intake also matters. Testosterone, muscle repair, and neurotransmitter production all depend on amino acids. Magnesium improves protein utilization by supporting enzymatic reactions during overnight recovery. That's why men who sleep better often notice better muscle tone and faster recovery, even without changing their workouts. Now let's talk about something rarely discussed openly: confidence and sexual responsiveness. Many men assume that potency issues are purely physical, but a large part is neurological. Anxiety, anticipation, and self-doubt interfere with arousal signals. Magnesium helps calm the stress circuits that interrupt these signals. A calmer nervous system sends clearer messages. That clarity often translates into better responsiveness without effort. Men over 50 often live in a constant state of low-grade stress, financial pressure, family responsibility, health concerns. Magnesium doesn't remove stress from your life, but it improves your ability to recover from it. And recovery is where vitality is rebuilt. Another subtle but important benefit is improved heart rhythm stability during sleep. Magnesium supports healthy electrical signaling in the heart and muscles. This doesn't just protect cardiovascular health, it also supports endurance and physical confidence during activity. Now let's address expectations honestly. Magnesium is not an overnight transformation. It doesn't create exaggerated effects or unnatural stimulation. What it does is restore what has been quietly declining. Many men report that after 2 to 4 weeks, they feel more like themselves again. Sleep becomes deeper, energy steadier, mood calmer, and intimacy feels less forced and more natural. One mistake to avoid is stacking too many supplements at once. If you introduce magnesium, give it time to work before adding anything else. This helps you understand what your body is responding to. More supplements do not always mean better results. It's also worth mentioning lifestyle habits that can sabotage magnesium's benefits. Excess alcohol depletes magnesium rapidly. Late-night screen exposure overstimulates the nervous system. High sugar intake increases magnesium loss through urine. You don't need perfection, but awareness helps magnesium do its job more effectively. Now here's a powerful insight many men miss. The body associates nighttime with repair. When you give it the right signal consistently: calm, darkness, nutrients, it responds. Magnesium is one of the clearest signals you can give that says, it's time to recover. Over time, this nightly ritual becomes a foundation, not just for sleep, but for hormone balance, circulation, and nervous system resilience. This is why men who commit to this simple habit often report improvements across multiple areas of life, not just one. In the next part, we'll cover how long to take magnesium, whether you should cycle it, how to know it's working, and the signs your body is truly recovering again after 50. Now let's talk about how long to take magnesium, how to know it's working, and what real recovery actually looks like for men over 50. One of the biggest advantages of magnesium is that it's not something you need to cycle like a stimulant or hormone booster. Magnesium is a foundational mineral, not a drug. If your body is low, it benefits from steady, long-term replenishment. Most men can take magnesium nightly for months or even years without issues, as long as the dose is appropriate and kidneys are healthy. So, how do you know it's working? The first sign usually insexual at all it's sleep. You fall asleep faster, you wake up fewer times during the night. And when morning comes, you feel more rested, even if you slept fewer hours than before. That's the sign deep sleep is improving. The second sign is daytime stability. Energy becomes more consistent instead of spiking and crashing. Irritability decreases. Focus improves. You may notice you're less reactive to stress. These changes happen because the nervous system is no longer stuck in survival mode. The third sign, often noticed after 2 to 4 weeks, is physical recovery. Muscles feel less tight. Joint stiffness in the morning eases. Workouts feel more manageable. This improved recovery supports better circulation and confidence, which naturally affects sexual vitality. Only after these foundations improve do most men notice changes in potency and vigor. Morning responsiveness may become more frequent. Intimacy feels less mentally forced and more physically natural. This is how real improvement works. It builds from the inside out. Now let's clear up a common myth. Some men worrying that magnesium will make them too relaxed or reduce drive. In reality, the opposite is true. Chronic tension and stress suppress desire. Relaxation allows the body's natural signals to return. Magnesium doesn't lower masculinity, it removes the brakes that stress has been applying. Another concern is dependency. Magnesium doesn't create dependency. If you stop taking it, your body simply returns to whatever level it was maintaining through diet and lifestyle. There's no withdrawal effect. That's because magnesium is something your body already uses every day. Now let's talk briefly about food sources. While supplements are effective, magnesium-rich foods support long-term balance. Leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, almonds, cashews, and dark chocolate all contain magnesium. However, due to soil depletion and absorption issues with age, food alone often isn't enough for men over 50, which is why supplementation becomes useful. One more important detail: hydration. Magnesium works best when the body is well hydrated. Dehydration increases muscle tension and reduces mineral balance. Drinking enough water throughout the day helps magnesium reach the cells where it's needed. Consistency is the secret. Taking magnesium once or twice won't change much. Taking it nightly, calmly, as part of a wind-down routine, sends a repeated signal to the body: recover, repair, restore. Over time, the body listens. Men often ask, "Is this all I need?" Magnesium is a replacement for medical treatment when needed, and it's not a cure-all. But it is one of the most overlooked foundations of male vitality. When this foundation is weak, everything above it struggles. When it's strong, other improvements come easier. As men age, the goal isn't to chase extreme performance, it's to restore balance, resilience, and confidence. Magnesium supports exactly that. It works quietly, safely, and steadily in the background. For many men over 50, this one simple nighttime habit becomes the turning point. Better sleep leads to better hormones. Better hormones lead to better energy. Better energy leads to better confidence and intimacy, and it all starts at night. If there's one thing to remember from all of this, it is that real strength after 50 doesn't come from forcing the body, comes from supporting it. Deep sleep, calm nerves, healthy circulation, and balanced hormones are not separate goals. They are connected parts of the same system. When one improves, the others follow. Magnesium is not a shortcut, and it's not a miracle pill. It's something far more powerful than that. It restores what stress, poor sleep, and aging slowly take away. Taken at night, consistently, in the right form, it works with your body's natural rhythms instead of fighting them. And that's why the results feel natural, not artificial. For many men over 50, better sleep becomes the first win. Then comes steadier energy, then better recovery, and eventually, a return of confidence, vigor, and sexual responsiveness that doesn't need to be forced or timed. It simply shows up again, the way it used to. You don't need extreme routines, risky drugs, or complicated stacks of supplements. Sometimes, the smartest move is fixing the foundation. When the body is allowed to rest deeply, it remembers how to function properly. So, if you're looking for something simple, safe, and science-backed to support potency, vitality, and truly restorative sleep after 50, start with the night. Support your recovery, give your nervous system permission to rest, and let your body do what it's designed to do. Because aging doesn't mean decline, it means adaptation. And when you adapt intelligently, strength can return in ways you didn't expect.